innovative content, global audience.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, rather, viewers. A very warm afternoon to you from the world's capital city, London. My name is Princess Kessy, and this is Inside Nigeria. You know how we do it here. We bring you everything current, topical, national issues. And of course, today we put it focus on Edo State. What is happening in that state? A lot has been happening in Nigeria, of course, over the last week. We had a lot of sober moods, a lot of issues here and there. But today, let's move closely into Edo State and, of course, Ondo State as well. Two neighboring states. What's happening with your governors and your deputy? These are some of the issues we'll be looking at today. You're welcome to the show. I have a special guest with me this morning, Mates Kola Edobaye. He's a civil rights advocate. He's going to be taking us through what is happening in this state, of course, for us to be abreast with some of the hidden issues we are not even aware of in Edo State and, of course, Ondo State as well. Good morning, sir. You're welcome to the show.
Good morning, my princess.
Nice to have you, sir. Yeah. A very quick one, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we saw that a lot of issues have been happening as regarding the Edo State. I know there was one time I brought a guest here from that state. I did ask that question, what's happening? And they said nothing is happening. It's just in social media, mumbo jumbo. But we've seen now recently that indeed there was a crisis. There has been crisis, and we are very sure the crisis is still ongoing. Mr. Kola, can you tell us, please, what's currently happening in that state, and what do you make of all this?
Yes, thank you very much, Princess, and I greet viewers from the ancient city of Benin, Edo State, Nigeria. As you are fully aware that in Edo State, there is disputes between the governor of Edo State and his deputy, Honorable Philip Shuaibu, over issues that are inconsequential.
Okay. Network issues, that is quite early. I smiled because he said inconsequential. I know that a lot of people, we don't even know what's happening, but we know there is crisis, there are issues. We did saw the deputy governor on Friday or Thursday coming out to the media, to the press, to say he was sorry, whatever he has done. And of course, you can tell that there are serious issues of him being locked outside his office. He was stranded at the gate for hours, and there was no, he said, he did allege that, of course, not allege, he said that he tried to put a court through to the governor, which he couldn't. There was no response. And of course, he even tried on his own to talk to the securities in charge, and to no avail. Now, we are worried, not because they are having issues, but because these are Nigerians that citizens of a state deemed fit to be their leaders, and they voted them into power. This is shameful, if you ask me, and it's disgraceful. Well, it's not my place to say. That is why I brought a guest here today. Mr. Kola, can you hear us now? Comrade, can you hear me? Okay, we're having network issues from that end. It's quite sad that it's very early this morning for these network issues, because he's an activist and I really needed him to take us through what is happening in Edo State, because for us, the outsiders, because the outsiders were not in Edo State, we need to know the in-depth of what is happening. But I feel like there's something the governor is not willing to talk. Even the deputy, they are not willing to speak out for people to hear or to know what's actually going on there. So I feel like I think it's politically, it has to do with your political interest, if you ask me. And it's quite heartbreaking to know that you see people, a state brought them into power, This people is our leader. Now, what would the people of Edo State be doing right now? What would they make of all this to see that? I don't know. It's only in Nigeria you see a state governor locking out the deputy in the name of renovating, but he said he was not aware. So that means he was deliberately locked out of that place. This is not issue of him not being aware or the issue of it was a deliberate move. And at what point did we even get there as a people, as a country, where a governor can now conveniently lock the deputy out? This is not something I've seen anywhere before. I don't know if network will allow us to bring back our guest right now. Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. The network wahala. The network issue. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, this is really sad. This is really sad. Go ahead. You were just saying something.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. The deputy governor about I think 2 months ago went to court to get an injunction restraining the governor and others from impeaching him. People like us now say that there are processes of impeachment. The process of impeachment has not been initiated by the House of Assembly before the deputy governor went to court to get a restraining order. That is an imaginary issue. After the governor on his part said, okay, the deputy governor is trying to outshine his master. In one of the occasions both of them went to, the governor refused to exchange pleasantries with his deputy. And after some time, he relocated the office of the deputy governor to one place here in GRA. I don't think that place is visible for commoners. That was that.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, the other.
Yes, that is where he relocated the deputy governor to. What are they fighting for? Are they fighting for the interests of Edo people? Are they fighting for the interests of the development? The answer is emphatic no. The deputy governor is pursuing his ambition to become the governor of Edo State, where the governor is saying no. Both of us will leave office together. As far as both of us came together, we are going to live together. That is the issue that is leading to the fight between the governor and the deputy governor. Selfish interest. And this kind of fight is going to, in fact, exacerbate the level of development of the underdevelopment of Edo State. As it is today, nothing is going on in Edo State. Social media is agog with the battle between the governor and the deputy governor. As a stakeholder in the state, we are saying that both of them are mature enough to resolve their issues. If there are issues, I think both of them are mature. It's okay. Let's forget what transpired and let's forge ahead in the interest of Edo State, in the interest of development of Edo State. As it is today, both parties have recruited their followers to be casting aspersion on each other and all that. For me, it is very, very, very unpalatable. I condemn the action of the deputy governor. Deputy governor was trying to assign his master. Look at what transpired in those states. The deputy governor also followed suit. The governor was not feeling well. They started announcing the demise. They started announcing the demise of the governor. And the deputy governor started instructions. As the governor, this is absolutely, it is antithetical. to
Now,
the
sir,
philosophy of politics.
yes,
The deputy governor
we will definitely get to Ondo State, but we are still in your state, Edo State. Now, from what has happened so far, obviously, because you said he went for a court induction that actually to stop an impeachment process on him. And the problem obviously started from there. But as we can see so far, we know that he was locked out recently from the state house. He did allege that he said, not allege, that he has been working from from his home. Now, at what point did we not get to a place in the state where a governor has the sole authority to lock out the deputy governor? Now the governor is now working outside the state the government house. At what point should the states, can we say it's okay? Because if you look at it, like you said, these people are not fighting for the interest of Edo people or the state in general. It's a political war, if you ask me. And now they say when two elephants are fighting, the grass suffers. What do we do at this point?
Yes. Thank you very much. I think I condemn the action of the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, for locking the office of the deputy governor. I think he has to apply maturity. They are supposed to apply maturity. Or the governor, as a mature person, will say, okay, we'll call the deputy governor. Why all things? Both of them will resolve their issue.
Okay, network is not very friendly.
That is where political maturity comes to play. That is not the way to go. There is another that says, to err is human, to forgive is divine. And I don't think the deputy governor's office has anything to do with the deputy governor's characteristics that it didn't go down well with the governor. And we are saying that both parties should resolve their issues, because it will affect the political in 2024 governorship election. Election is approaching. They are voices are definitely in the public. A lot of people are saying that these people lack the maturity and the capacity to lead those states to the path of righteousness in 2024. They are not saying no, we are not going to cast our vote for parties that are engaged in unnecessary battle instead of how to develop those states. Majority of the roads in those states today are not passable. When it trains in those states, one will need to understand to be able to access to houses. The federal roads, the same thing, not motorable. At least you see the very precarious state of our federal roads in Benin City. They should talk of development. There is killings in those states as we speak. The governor has not done anything to see how this killing can be nipped in the bud. He has just interested in the unnecessary battle, breaking the symptom of crisis, overheating the system, the political system, when election is approaching next year. They should resolve their issues. They should resolve their issues. My own solution is that both of them should resolve their issues in the interest of development in those states. If they really want to win election next year, they shouldn't be doing this. The people are watching. The people are
now
they are going to use it against their political party next year.
All right, sir. Now, do you think, comrade? I just want to throw this question to you. What is actually the duty of a state deputy governor?
The duty, it is the duty of the deputy governor is just to discharge the responsibility assigned to him by his boss.
Okay.
Okay, now
So they don't have they don't
that is the
have
deputy
any
of the deputy
duty
governor. When the
constituted by
governor,
the law.
I said, when the governor is not around, the deputy governor, that is the provision. That is the provision of the law. The deputy governor take charge. And when the governor is around, the governor will say, okay, deputy governor, you be in charge of football. You be in charge of this. You be in charge of this.
Now, does that mean that when the governor is around and refuses to assign duties for the deputy governor, that means that the deputy governor will just be there dormant without doing anything?
Redundant. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
The
maybe
governor is
that
in
is
charge.
why
The
we have
governor is
issues.
in charge. If at all, as if at
Because
all, the constitution provides immunity for the governor and the deputy governor. But the deputy governor discharged the responsibility assigned to him by the governor.
now we saw also that the deputy governor have the interest of running as a state governor. Now, do you think in our political class or what this is even right? Where somebody we know that in Nigeria that is peculiar to every other politician. When they are in one position and they're already aiming at another, they are somewhere and they are looking at another because it's as if it's a chain. They move from one power, one position to another. That is why the deputy governor has been nursing the mind of the ambition of becoming a governor. And do you think that is where the problem is starting from? Because you did say the governor said they came into power, so they are living together. But as a Nigerian or as a those states as citizen, does
Yes.
thinking, I'm just throwing that to you. I know maybe you are not in the best place to answer for him, but don't you think he has the right of test
Yes.
as a governor?
It is
Is
the right.
that supposed
It
to be
is
a problem in the state house?
yes. It is the right of the deputy governor to aspire to contest for. But he should take cognizance of the political atmosphere.
Okay.
As it is today, there is high level of marginalization of Edo Central people. There is an agitation going on.
Too sad. Today network is not very kind to me, but he was just saying something very, very serious. Now, if you look into Edo politics for some time now, it's been from one crisis to another. We know there was a little short term way back, and then today again we're here. The era for Shomole has gone, and then we're having a Baseki and the deputy, which the people are supposed to be looking up to, now coming to with so much drama here and there. The daddy might just somehow. And let's not forget also that at the point that the deputy governor did come out to say he's sorry. That is something I wanted to ask my guest. You're welcome back, sir. But we saw the deputy
Thank you.
governor coming back some days ago to apologize openly, and that was what actually led to a lot of social media uproar. Now, what's your take on that move? They have been having this, but he came out to say he was sorry. And do you think this will just be the final solution to the problem they've been having?
This is the beginning of the battle between the governor and the deputy governor. That apology was in law. You say the apology was done in malafide, was done in bad faith. When the psychological moment for the deputy governor to tender an unreserved apology to the governor, he didn't do it. He was still relying on those student union gragraising. It was like, you know, it's not supposed to be like that. The first time, people, stakeholders called, appeal to the deputy governor to apologize to his boss. He didn't. After drama number 1, drama number 2, drama number 3, drama number 4, before he decided to reluctantly tender an unreserved tender apology to his boss. People are now saying that this is the beginning. This is the first set or go of the battle. So we are watching whether the governor is going to accept the apology in good faith and temper justice with mercy and allow the deputy governor to discharge his responsibility or not. We are watching. The ball is in the court of the governor. No, you cannot predict the governor. You cannot predict the governor at all.
Since
People thought that
you said you feel like that apologies were coming from is not from a sincere place. You said the apology is not
yes,
from a sincere place, and now
yes,
while waiting for the governor to respond to that apology properly. Now, what do you think, or what do you expect of all other candidates in the future, and of course, other people who have interest in the Edo State and the citizens, because this is like, I don't know, in a state where people look up to the number 1 citizen and of course the number 2 citizens, they are not seeing all this drama. What do you expect the people to do? How can they come in? Because we can't keep waiting for a governor or a deputy to do right. The state must move on.
yes. Thank you very much, Princess. Like I said before, we have been appealing to both parties to bury their hatchets in the development of the state. I think a lot of people have called on the governor to temper justice with mercy. I think the ball is in the court of the governor. We are waiting for him to just say, okay, to call his deputy, just okay, let's forget everything that transpired. Let's forge ahead. Let us finish well. We are waiting until that is done. I don't think we have anything to say now because, like I said before, you cannot predict our governor. When you think our governor will just do needful, that time the governor will be mute. As it is today, the governor has not responded to the apology tendered by Philip Shuaibu. If at all, the apology, like I said, was tendered lately. So what the supporters of both supporters of the governor, you see their comment on social media. Some of them are saying no, the governor shouldn't accept that apology. While very few of them are saying okay, since the deputy governor has apologized, let's accept apology and forge ahead. But the governor seems to be adamant. And that is why I said before that this is the beginning of the battle between the governor and the
But as of today, what is ongoing in that state? We'll talk about the present situation. Is the deputy now allowed to go in to the premises, or is still working from outside the government house?
I think I said there is one office at GROA. He was located to one office at GROA. I think he has resumed that office. You see, there's flood very close to the office. There's a big flood. There's a big flood there, and even the compound. The compound is not. I think there is no interlocking ties on the compound when it rains. That place is like the house of a common man. But the deputy governor has resumed office there. Let's be optimistic that the governor will call him and say, okay, come back to government house. So that is the situation now. The deputy governor has resumed that new office. Maybe probably waiting for directive from his boss, the next directive from his boss, maybe to go back to government house or to remain there till they conclude the administration in 2024.
Well, we'll see how that goes. We'll keep our fingers crossed and we'll see How that we definitely finish or happen at the end. We're waiting
Yes,
for the
yes,
governor to respond to that apology from the deputy governor. Now, let's talk
yes,
about Ondo State, a little move to Ondo State right now, where we have
yes,
also this saga between the deputy governor and the governor. We all know that it's no longer news that the governor actually went on vacation, health on health grounds, and on returning,
yes,
they have
yes,
a drama of how the deputy wants to overpower the allegations that they had to even make up story that the man is so incapacitated he won't be able to come back or to run the
mm,
office. Had to transfer power, and of course, there is alleged they are alleging that he misused some of this power or the power transferred to him. Now, what's
yes.
your take on that saga? Also,
Yes, I think the the political imbroglio or the political crinkle crackle, according to my elder brother Obayagbo in Ondo State, is similar to some extent to that of Edo State. How can the deputy governor of a state wish his boss dead?
it's sad.
The governor is alive when they started disseminating false propaganda that the governor had joined his ancestors just because of the selfish interest
Selfish
of the
interest.
deputy, yes, selfish interest of the deputy governor. For me, the deputy governor of Ondo State deserve what he's getting now. I think they have initiated. Well, I think they have initiated some impeachment process. They are talking of impeachment of the
Yes,
deputy governor. Yeah, they're talking of impeachment of the deputy
right.
governor. They said, and the Bible says the wages of sin of the deputy governor is impeachment. That this will now serve as a deterrent to other overzealous deputy governor who are supposed to be loyal to their boss. At least you don't the 33 strategies, 48 laws of power by Robert Greene. But once you don't outshine your master, don't it is you have to be loyal to your master. If you are loyal to your master will pray for you. Your master will support your ambition if there is any. But this egocentric and selfish interest, I want to outshine my boss, I want to be in charge, is very, very unpalatable. I was appointed commissioners, loyal to commissioners, loyal to him. It is bad. At least a lot of people, Nigerians need to learn from the saga or the imbroglio or the issue that is happening in all those states. So they will need to learn so that we all
You said we
have to
should.
be loyal.
Yes, we said we need to
We all,
learn from the saga. As
yes,
talking about Edo State and non-those states, the neighboring states,
yes,
the saga
yes.
of the governors and their deputies. Now, what are some of the lessons we can take home from this? Because you are in
Right.
Edo
The
State
lesson,
right
yes. The lesson is that we have to be loyal to our boss. One, we don't have to outshine our boss. We have to take directive from our boss so that our boss can pray for us. Finish. Just loyalty, chicken. Also, I would say chicken loyalty. For me, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I really
now.
learned a lot.
And also, what do you think this will make of the upcoming election? What effect or how will this affect
It will affect that. I said it.
election?
I, I've said it before. I don't want to say it again. That it will affect the 2024 election negatively. Negatively, because the governor is talking of finishing well. Finish. I want to finish well. I want to finish well. You cannot finish well when you are not in good. When you are not when you go to you are not having a cordial relationship with your deputy governor. You cannot finish well when you are fighting, or the deputy governor is fighting you, or the deputy governor is having another hidden agenda. You understand? So they should put their house in order. I think I read the publication credited to the South leader of the People Democratic Party, Chief Danobi, said that both parties should settle their disputes amicably. This is not the first time you have disputes in the political party between the number one man, the number two man, but they have to resolve it in the interest of their party and in the interest of the development of Edo State.
Of course, you know, it's quite disheartening to know that these are people that are supposed to work as a team. Now we're not seeing this
Yes,
division, we're not seeing this, you know, political tussle here and there, and we don't know what tomorrow brings. Like you said, we are hopeful that the governor will, with all sincerity, accept
yes.
that apology. Otherwise, it's just going to be the beginning, like you said, and
It is the
hopefully
beginning.
we are praying it doesn't get there, because the people will continue to suffer, and of course the state
Yes,
will continue to feel the impact
yes,
of the fight of
yes.
these number two citizens we have.
The class,
Number one
the
and two
class of
citizens.
yes, yes. Like you said, I think I agree. I agree with you that I went. You know, when two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. This crisis now, some people are taking advantage of this crisis to
Especially the opposition
put
party.
the opposition, yes, the opposition party. They are taking advantage of the crisis to say, okay, look at this. In fact, the opposition will definitely use it to campaign against
Against them.
PDP next year. At least a lot of people are watching. People are watching. So when I was discussing with some of my friends, some of my friends, though they are elites, they are saying that, in fact, I would like go and support Swati. About three of them said there's no way they will support their party in the 2024 governorship election. They are members. They are members of PDP, very senior members of PDP. The one that asked the guy, what did they happen now? Now, not resolve the issue between the governor and the deputy governor. This the other one said, governor, we're not feel talk to the governor. The other one said the deputy governor, they understand something like that. They are not saying that they want to withdraw, that they are members of the party, but they will withdraw from supporting the candidate, specifically the candidates that will be anointed by the governor, that will accept the party's candidates. That if the party bring candidate, they will support the candidate. But if the governor anoints anybody, that they will work against the anointed son or the anointed candidate of the governor. So that is where we are. You know what happened during the presidential election when some of the G5 governors refused to support the candidate of that political party. You know how it affected the chances of the former vice president of Nigeria. That is what is going to happen if the issues are not addressed on the basis of maturity, objectivity. In fact, it is going to be political disaster for
That is just the
PDP
thing
next
of
year.
politics. The more you look, the less you see. These are some of the things
Let's
that
see.
comes with our politicians.
Yes.
It's quite sad
That's so.
you put so much trust in people, and this is what you get at the end of the day. Like you said, people are already pulling out, and we know that this will definitely affect them in the upcoming election. We do hope that those states will put their houses or put their house in order, so that in the future people can give them some sort of regard. Otherwise, it's going to be another problem and crisis upon crisis. And of course, the state has, as it stands right now, is as if they are now campaigning for the next election, while the things, your mandate, some of them are left undone. This is quite shameful, because if you have interest of your people at heart, you should be doing things you promise, your campaign promises. The man says, okay, we are working on this, we are working on that, instead of fighting because of election that is we have next year.
Welcome back, network.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Kola, your network is not very friendly today. We're certainly going to have you on our show again. The day you have a very stable network, because today's network, it wasn't friendly at all. Anyway, we'll wait. We'll bring you back here to see updates of that story. We'll have you again on our show. Yes, viewers, that would be a good place to wrap up the show today. We'll certainly have Mr. Kola back on our show to give us update. Of course, they are while waiting for the governor to accept that apology. We'll wait and see how that unfolds in Edo State and, of course, on the state as well. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today, Inside Nigeria, where we'll bring you things, current happenings inside Nigeria. I remain yours truly, Princess Kessy. Before we go, don't forget to hit on the notification bell. Now, follow us on our social media handles: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, now X, Facebook, and of course, when you go on YouTube, don't forget to hit on a subscribe button, the notification bell, so that you get our updates. Invite somebody to the page and do well to leave us with your comments. We love to have your opinion as well. While you're out there, it's Monday. We hope that this week will be successful, and of course, enter the new week with positive mindset. While you're out there, drive carefully. Obey the traffic law, and remember that peace is priceless, so let's always give peace a chance. I'll see you again on the show, same time, same station next week. Do have yourself a very beautiful week ahead.
SRTV. Innovative content.